Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining this amazing Q&A from Suvadeep. He is on the startups team for Google Cloud, working specifically with accelerators, incubators. Even though Xoogler itself is not an accelerator incubator, he loves Xooglers. So wanted to make sure we got the benefits of being under the program that he's responsible for. And I'm sure all of you are on to understand how to make use of Google Cloud credits, really partner with Google, but also access whatever credit programs and support programs and sessions that they are running. I'm so glad that he's agreed to share so much knowledge with us today. I'm going to keep it short and pass it over to you, and I can help moderate this Q&A later as well. Thank you.
Perfect. And by the way, we could also do, use the Q&As here on the features so that we get everybody's questions answered if we don't get it answered here today. Since you guys are all Googlers, I don't need to explain how this all works. So that's great. No, I'm thrilled to be here. I'm thrilled that you are here and taking the time out. I understand sometimes the time zones aren't working out great for everybody around the world, but I really appreciate you guys joining. I'm here to essentially share with you some of the unique benefits that we have for Xooglers, and help answer the questions and help you guys quickly get access to the credits that you deserve to build your next startup. So you guys know. So here's actually, I do like to cover this because not every Xoogler is from Google Cloud. As you saw, our last quarter earnings were fabulous, right? I think everybody's very happy about that. I hope you haven't sold all your stock. So I hope that you're still involved with Google. But for folks that aren't in Google Cloud or other parts of Google, I think it's important to understand why Google, the infrastructure, the platform and services, the data analytics, the AI machine learning, and the developer tools. So those are kind of the key areas that I think are very unique. The last thing that we don't talk about enough, and I'm happy to hear Casper's here, is the security and identity management tools are actually by far one of the best in the industry for folks. And so we are it does make things sometimes a little difficult for people to set up, but in GCP, but I think that's having the security there and the right permissions and how do you set up serverless tokens and things like that is just very important for security going forward. And I think it's going to become even more important in the future. We don't just throw stuff up on AWS and then things just kind of go crazy. So these are the key pillars. I won't spend too much time because you guys are Xooglers. A lot of the people that I talk to have very little knowledge about why Google and what is Google Cloud. So this is a slide that kind of puts it all together in one slide. Any questions from Xooglers outside of Google Cloud? Because there are a lot of them. And it's okay to ask whatever questions you have on our platform and like why Google Cloud versus other cloud providers. No questions? Everybody's an expert? You just want the money. Okay.
It's just the best platform ever, right?
Yeah, exactly. Just the best platform ever.
I actually do have a question.
Yeah, please.
So just because of like where my startup's going to be, I'm gonna have to have like VPC peered cloud environments for each customer, which might involve potentially a multi-cloud kind of setup. I would like to talk to you about what that process looks like potentially peering between clouds or like trying to build a stack that is like able to shift between clouds, and like what are the because like there are a lot of nice things about being in the ecosystem, but like if I make a choice to be relatively neutral, then there are consequences to that. So that's something I would like to explore at some point.
Yeah, so I don't think there are any going to be any consequences as you're building on GCP. I just sent the doc for VPC peering that is supported across all the cloud providers. The other thing to note, actually, well, that's one of our strengths, because I don't know if you remember way back in the day for the Anthos product, and now they changed the names like 5 times, so I can't even remember what the name is now. But essentially, whatever it is now, I think it's Google Distributed Cloud is what they call it now. So Google Distributed Cloud actually allows you to run the infrastructure on any cloud if they need it to be run in their VPC. but you could also do VPC peering. So we're the only cloud provider that actually lets you run BigQuery in other clouds or run Cloud Run in other clouds or stuff like that. So it's actually the best cloud if that is what your scenario is.
Awesome. Thank you.
It's a very good question. Okay. Is someone Mark? I'm just letting folks in. So I don't know if you. Oops. Okay, cool. So one quick thing, why Google? Like, innovate quickly. Our Gemini models, you could vibe code with AI Studio. You could use your keys that you get for the credits in AI Studio to vibe code stuff if you want to do that. You could use it in Vertex AI. You could use it with GKE. You could use it with Gemini. So it's really fast to test things out. You don't need to go vibe code somewhere else. You could just do it in AI Studio. It'll pretty much do what you need it to do. It's very cost effective. With an AI native cloud, we're about 80% lower AI total cost of ownership, and about 4 times the inference performance per dollar. So it's actually really, really good, especially if you're using the Flash models for scaling. We're actually pretty incredible for that. As you know, the TPUs, the next generation TPUs was announced at Google Next. So, and then also, I think more importantly, the TPUs now support Python. So that's that was a huge thing. Now, I don't know how great it is, but it's something that you got to test out for yourselves. But that actually unblocks a lot of folks that are able to not use it or don't want to use it because of Python support. We are the most secure cloud out there with a zero trust architecture. And then with real-time insights, I could tell you personally, like BigQuery is for petabytes or large scale data and analytics, there's nobody really comes close or beats us in this. Okay, cool. Any questions on why Google? Cost effective is important, guys. Like as you scale, and I'm sure you guys will all be very, very successful. Cost effectiveness is, founders are running so fast. They're like, I don't care what cloud. I'm like, well, you will once you start raising money again, because it's going to be one of your biggest costs because you're only going to have 2-3 people in your startup, and the largest cost is going to be the cloud. So you better pick the right one. Yes, Vishal?
Yeah, hey, to be here, and hey, Chris, it's been many, many years, I think, since we last spoken. I am in the camp of, folks with maybe more of a no-code, product management type background as opposed to, actual, terminal CLI-based coding. And I know, I play around with Replit, for example, which is super easy to just go in and kind of have things built. Especially when I'm looking at doing multi-agent orchestrations, I can ask Replit to just create an app that uses 10 different agents or whatever. I was just curious, is that a capability that's in this portfolio? On this last couple slides of Google, I know we can use AI Studio, but AI Studio kind of only does one agent. Is there a Replit-like thing? In the portfolio?
No, actually, no, that's not correct. We do now. It's actually Vertex AI. That's what you want to use. Now the name just changed. So Vertex AI is no longer called Vertex AI. It's called something else. Hold on, Vertex AI. It's called this. So we do have something similar to it. I know there is in that section. You will see the ability to do AI Studio. There is vibe coding within Vertex AI.
Oh, okay. Very cool.
So you could try to check in that. I don't know specifically what you're doing. And by the way, Replit and Lovable all run on GCP, so they're great customers of ours. So it's awesome that you're using it. So please feel free to continue if you need to. The only thing is you can't use our credits for it, right? You could only use your credits for the Gemini API, Gemini keys. But the rest of the infrastructure, you can't kind of leverage GCP. Yes. Is there another question or someone trying to get in? I think someone's trying to get in. Okay. All right. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, it's basically, what's cool about those is you just type the idea that you want and it just builds it for you. So if Vertex has something like that, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, we could take it offline and kind of the other thing I would say, to everybody here, don't be afraid to contact sales because they have the customer engineers that can walk through the architecture. And everyone's like, oh, I don't want to get spammed. But guess what? Like if you're gonna ever grow and like get deals on Google Cloud, you're gonna need to know your rep. So please contact your rep, and they could kind of walk you through. And if you talk to the customer, you want to talk to your customer engineer to like talk through like what we have available. And of course, I'm here for you guys. So if you guys get stuck, you can reach out to me. But there's these are some faster ways to get to what you need to get to.
So just go to the website, cloud.google.com/contact to find a customer engineer.
It's the fastest way. They'll go to some rep. You might have to like tell them that you want to talk to a Google account rep and like give them some info and say, I need to talk to my customer engineer account rep about some architecture questions. That's the best way and fastest way to get to someone. If you cannot get there, talk to Chris and me, and we could try to help you out on key. But just so you guys know, I support 350 accelerators around the world and 6,000 startups. Just me. So if
That's
I'm
it?
a little bit
Not
behind,
60,000?
huh?
Not
6,000,
60,000?
not 60. It's just 6.
Yeah. Luckily, you're an expert in AI agents, and your AI agent can
I
talk
was
to them.
just emailing out using app, I use Gemini, building app scripts, and like I can't function otherwise. And the reporting, like I don't do anything without Gemini Enterprise and stuff. Like all my QBRs and MBR, like monthly business reviews, I just use Gemini Enterprise, which is pretty awesome. Actually, you guys should, if you're a larger company, like if you have a few folks on your startup team, Gemini Enterprise is pretty awesome. If you could build agents for Gemini Enterprise, that's kind of like where Google's headed towards for enterprise agents. Okay, good questions. Let me. Again, ideation, Firebase, Google AI Studio, Firestore, Workspace, Cloud Run. That's where you do ideation. When you're building larger scale, you want to use Cloud SQL, GKA, Cloud BigQuery, Cloud Armor, things like that. And then for growth stage, for ML workloads, like if you're doing more complex things, you want to do Vertex AI, Looker, GKA, and BigQuery. And then expansion, of course, these existing products and services there. So what's the offer that you guys have? So you guys are actually in this tier right here, okay? And what we need from you is your domain and your company name and your contact names to be shared with this alias here. So do you want to type the alias in part? I just don't want to mistype it. Christopher, you want to type in the alias that you want them to send those 3 kind of things to? And then I think you probably have an agent that's going to be like reading that, right? And then filling in the form. Well, I hope you do. So this is it's very time consuming. So we need your company name, domain name, and email. Okay. And you will go apply online, and there's this portfolio verification list. Okay. That Christopher will be updating, and when you apply online, then we will know that you're a Xoogler and you will get the 25K credits. Now, there are things that don't allow you to get that 25K. I want to walk through that very clearly, okay? Because like, I think people get confused. So participating in the programs in 2024 to present. So that's, I think we're okay. Company age, you must be founded within the last 3 years. You have to have a valid Google Cloud billing ID, business domain, and email. No Google Cloud credits that you've used beyond the free tier or start tier in the past. So they will search and find you if you have used it in the past. So startups can receive 25K for 2 years, 500K for training, $500 for training, Workspace for 1 year for new signups only, and then Google Maps platform. 600 monthly credit, I guess. So how do you go up to the scale tier? That's the 350K tier. You have to have received institutional funding of about $500,000. There are exceptions, but you need to work with your account rep. Like it's not me that it's going to be your account rep that's going to do that. Hi, Vishal.
Hey, sorry, just on the earlier slide for the like really early stage. So, you know, if you're just kind of experimenting, ideating, it's not too hard to spend $10 creating a domain name. Is that pretty much all it takes? Or or do you actually need to go ahead and like register an LLC, or like what's like
No, you just need the domain name. You just need the domain name.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't need an LLC. I'm not like, we're not looking at that stuff. No.
and not even necessarily like an entire business plan, like when they visit the domain, if it's just a piece of text that says I'm experimenting with new cool ideas, that's fine.
Well, you have to convince them that you're actually a business. If you're just messing around, I'd say start with the start tier, right? You don't need 25,000.
Yep.
So I'd suggest that you apply for the 2K tier that you have for 1 year. And then, because once you've used this, you're not going to go back and get more. So if your idea is a bad idea, you don't want to go back and then be like, oh, now we're taking off. Now I need more money. I'm going to say no.
Yeah, that makes sense. So the start, and I apologize if this is the wrong call, but you didn't go through the start tier. So I was just wondering, like, so what are the requirements for the start tier?
It's the same requirements for this. For the start tier, you can just, like, when you apply, just say I want to be in the start tier. I don't want to be in the 25K tier.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, so you tell them that you don't want to be in the start tier. You don't want the 25K, that you'll wait to do that later and to connect you with the rep.
So if, sorry, I had a question. So if we received a credit of $2,000 in 2024, can we now apply for the 25K credit?
Yes, if Christopher has you in the PVL, portfolio verification list, then yes. And you need to email or reapply online. And they can, if it's last year, then you need to reapply. If it's within 3 months, you could just go and email them and they could pull up the ticket again. But if it's from 2024, you need to reapply online.
Okay, so we reapply as a completely new thing, or we just reapply, give the same domain name, and then just do the re-verification?
Do the same domain name.
Okay. Okay. Sounds good.
And just say, we're looking to upgrade to the next tier. And if they
Got it.
cause problems, say, can you please connect me with the account rep or Subhadeep?
Thanks.
I'm just gonna put this up here so that you have another chat too. Okay, there's some questions here. Someone had a hand up, which I think we skipped. Did someone still have a question? Yes, go ahead, Ravi. Ravi? Okay, we can't hear Ravi. Okay, let's see here on the side. If we are starting, because it can be later. Yes, absolutely. These you could move up these tiers. So start here and then go here and then etc. Okay, there's
sorry, I had a follow-up question. I was just looking at my account. So if I go to the link that you shared, it says that thanks for applying and we'll get back to you. I don't recall when did I apply. Is there a way to like reapply?
Yeah, it's a very big secret. It's called incognito mode.
Okay. Okay, I'll do that then.
We have a very bad operation. Like it's like probably cached it.
Okay,
So you
sounds
can
good.
do it.
Thanks.
Probably cached it, clear your cache, or just go incognito mode so they don't.
Okay. Okay, I'll do that. Thanks.
I'll do that. And if you don't, sorry, I'm going to give you another. If that doesn't work, then email the cloud support. You guys have the alias for the cloud support? I'm going to post it here.
Okay.
Give me 2 seconds. It's in a later slide, but I'm going to just post it in the chat. If that doesn't work, then you can email this and say, and by the way, they'll take 5 to 7 business days. It's slow, so don't email and freak out if you don't hear anything. It'll take a week or so.
Sure. Yeah. As long as it's done in next 7 to 10 days, will be fine. But thank you.
I would go first do the incognito mode. Then if you don't hear back, then do this. If you don't hear back in 7 days, then ping me.
Okay. Thank you.
But I would contact sales. Like they're the biggest advocate for you, because remember, they only have maybe a couple hundred accounts. I have a couple thousand.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah. All right. So there's other folks with their hands up. I just want to make sure that Ravi, did you want to say something, or can I lower your hand? Okay, he lowered his hand. Okay, we'll move on.
Yeah, I also had a similar question. Like
Okay.
basically, it shows thanks for applying for me. So right now, like if I can understand it correctly, we just have to mail partner@xoogler.co with all these details, and that's all. Or we have to apply as well.
You have to do both. So
Okay.
the email to partner.Xoogler is to go to Christopher that he knows that you're a Xoogler. He needs to add it to the file so that when you do apply, we know who you are. That's
Okay.
how it works today. So there's only one way to get the money is to apply online.
Okay.
And
So
there's
now,
only one way to get the 25K, which is that Christopher has you on that special list.
okay. So now the next step for me is to like contact sales basically, so that they can basically let me apply again, because it shows like thank you for applying, and it
And
has been
you-
showing that for 2 months now.
Did you email Chris all the information?
No, I'll apply. I'll message him. But I applied like 3 to 4 months ago, when it was just an idea stage. But now I wanted to reapply. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I just follow the steps. There's no point of applying if you're not in the PVO because it'll cause issues.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, can we get actually 27K by applying for the start tier first
No,
and then get promoted? No?
no. You will get 2K, then you'll get 23K.
Okay, guys.
They
Or
don't stack.
25. Oh, got you guys. They don't stack, right?
The other thing to be very mindful is this. This is 100K year one and then 20%. Or 2 for credits year one and 20%.
Mhm.
So just be mindful of this.
And just, guys, I put this in the chat. One recent learning was that non-profits actually not covered by this program.
That's correct. So I will show you who is receiving. So people don't read this, but that makes sense. Yeah, that's why you're nonprofits soon. No consulting firms, no nonprofits, none of that. Yep. So yeah, credit. Okay, so these are some of the best practices. How you get started. There's some links here that I'll share. I have the PDF. I think I could upload it here. Or can we email everybody? Or is there a way to email everybody that's here? Because I have the PDF, I'll just email it to you, Christopher, and you can forward it on, or however you guys want to do it. Happy to share that. This deck with the links, because the links, obviously you can't click on them. So these are the links. There's a getting started guide, best practice, but I will go through. Here's a frequency assessment. What if I was rejected? So be portfolio verification list, like make sure it's included, make sure Chris has it there. If it's not, you're not going to get it. I already have start tier. So email this and request to upgrade. Put in this information. Put Xoogler as the incubator, including that in your email. Can I go to skill tier? Said yes, if you meet the skill tier requirements, email them. Need institutional investment. What is the benefit of 2010 versus scale tier? 2 years you have versus scale tier is 1 year. So unless you have product market fit, I'd strongly encourage against it. What should a startup do to upgrade? Connect with their dedicated account rep. Where can I find my credits? Billing, credits, all credits, GFS, cloud program line item. Additional resources, best practices, support tickets, billing portal, workspace, 12-month benefit for new users only. Workspace support is different than Google Cloud support. I am not support. These are only support for credits. I am not your support. I'm not your billing support. So if you don't know how to do billing, it is not something I can help you with. Onboarding educational, there's AI schools, there's startup schools starting. We have a Luma page that I'm trying to keep up to date. They have their own pages that I am trying to put in one place because they're all over the place. But I will try to keep this updated if I can. Here's a program to apply. So you can scan that. You guys know that. And here's our events, which I already put in this slide. And that's all I had to present. I can definitely answer any questions or other concerns, questions, challenges that you guys are facing. And here to support you guys. And I'm also on Key, so I love being on there. I love Answers. It's an amazing platform that Christopher's built. So I'm actually pitching it to other people, Christopher, I hope you don't mind, to create their communities. I'm like, can you guys do something like Christopher does? You know, maybe if there's a form that people can fill out on there, feature request for you, Christopher. Arjun?
Yeah, hi. So we run an AI education company and we are at the $25,000 tier at the moment. I want to scale up to the next tier, but we're not funded. So is funding a prerequisite for this? Because we are fully bootstrapped. We be roughly the ARR is about $22 million for this year, and I don't want to
ARR is
go for funding.
22 million?
Yeah, 22 million.
Oh, okay. Well, you have to, yeah. So why don't you email me directly for something like this? Christopher and I
Yeah.
will have to get involved. There's no,
Okay.
if you send it through the
I just-
regular channels, it will not work.
Okay. I just sent you a LinkedIn invite, then maybe we can sync up. offline.
Yeah, and my email, just so that everybody has those. I'm just a little inundated, but like, just be patient. I do try to get to everybody.
Perfect.
And I have
Thank
to
you.
call out of the blue too, Christopher knows. When something's on top of my mind, I'm like, I need to talk now.
Super. Thanks for this.
So Arjun, why don't you, and then give me the domain, give me the information that you have up there. Please give me the ARR. If there's anything that I could see there that could help with the case, that would be great. So I
Okay,
have to write a
perfect. Will
case,
do.
basically.
Super. Thank you.
You based out of India or where are you based out of?
I have an entity in Singapore but also based in India, so we've got both. Yeah, two
Awesome.
entities.
Yeah, I'm trying to get more. I would love. I also need your guys' help. Like, I'd love to get more Asian Xooglers really up and running and using our credits. So if you know of other Xooglers, please let them know that we have this for them.
Go on a world tour. Go to Tokyo.
Guys,
Go to
I'm on a
Singapore,
budget. You guys
Sydney.
have all been here. I don't have a world tour budget, Christopher, like you do. I'm still a Xoogler. I don't have any money. I'm still slumming it here, man. Okay. What other questions? Nem Manja?
Morning. Thanks. Thanks, Philippe. Just a quick question on the events. You said you're trying to consolidate stuff across Luma and things. Are there going to be any type of events where people can share their expertise and maybe use it to, for instance, Gemini models and things like that? Because I found it to not really be present in Singapore versus what OpenAI and Anthropic are doing a lot.
So your question is whether we could do a better job of marketing and developer experience. Is that what you're saying? Sorry, I didn't quite get the question.
Yeah, I was just, are there more, listen, I appreciate the credits. It's not a problem, but people,
Yeah.
when I talk to other folks to get ideas, nobody's using, for instance, Gemini and stuff. Like I sometimes feel like on my own in an ocean, and people don't take me
I see.
seriously. I'll be very frank. So some events where people share what they build with Gemini actually would be interesting, but I'm just curious, is that on the roadmap or not? Just to share expertise and what people are working on.
Yeah, I mean, there is a Google DeepMind Luma that they started. Maybe they're a better fit for, I don't know. But they're more like the vibe coding stuff is what I've noticed. Their calendar. Let me share their DeepMind calendar. like I'm in Seattle, so yeah, okay, people are building the cloud code, right? Like coding, but at the end of the day, what I'm seeing is that when they're actually deploying the models for large scale, like Harvey actually moved over to GCP. So like there's a lot of examples on GCP. There's a lot of startups that have moved to GCP, hence why we're growing at 60%. They will code in Claude, but when you're running your application for B2C or B2B, like the people are switching to different models, like including Gemini. So you might be hearing a lot of people building on Claude or building on Lovable or whatever, but when they're scaling, they're not scaling like that that I know of. They are starting when it starts to hit a cost, when cost starts becoming an issue and ROI starts becoming an issue, they switch over to GCP, including like Lovable is built on GCP, so there you go. That's a good one. Replit's built on GCP. Harvey's built on GCP now. They're using GCP now. I don't know. Christopher sees a lot more startups than I do, probably because you go around. But there's a lot of people building on GCP. I think. I don't think we're too far behind. I mean, the biggest thing that I'm seeing is like these neo clouds popping up, which is interesting trend. And I do think that we need to do a better job to go to communities and do things. Right now, I'm getting pushback from marketing, like, we're only going to do 2-3 things. It's only going to be New York and San Francisco, and that's it. And I'm like, okay. So I think it's great feedback. I think this is really good feedback to say, like, here's what I built on GCP. We did that at Google Next, by the way. I mean, that was a big event for us. It was sold out this year. So let me see if there's some companies from there that I could share with you.
Thank you.
Where are you based out of, actually?
I'm in Singapore.
Oh, Singapore. Oh, wow. A lot of Singaporean. Okay. Yeah, definitely. Let me see. We need to do more. We need to do more in Asia. We have a lot of Googlers in Singapore. I don't know what we'll have to get them more engaged.
Yes, please.
Yeah, okay. I can help with some intros. Shoot me an email. I'll try to help with some intros. Okay, and any other questions? Oh, workspace ID, chicken and egg. So when you apply for the workspace for the business ID, just apply for Google Cloud credits like within a month or two. Don't wait like 6 months to do it. You won't get the credits. So it's not it is a chicken and egg, but get the workspace ID so you have the Gmail or the Google Workspace ID email, create your billing ID, and then apply for the credits so that you can use it that way. That's how it works. And then they retro like apply it back. I think, Ravi, does that answer your question? Okay, Flutter Flow 100%. Does GCP on building? Yeah, exactly. Vision, multilingual. It's kind of like, it really depends on the use case. I think people are going to be used for Gemini. Absolutely, Vlad. Yes. Don't use it for Anthropic. Please do not use it for Anthropic. Only Gemini. Well, believe it or not, we've had a lot of problems with this. Apparently, people don't understand GCP services. So it is for GCP services. We're not funding Anthropic. Actually, we did invest $20 billion, but that's someone else. Okay, what other questions do we have? We have 26 people on the call. You guys are all going to apply for Google Cloud credits. You're all going to get Google Cloud credits, and you're all going to build amazing companies so that I can hit my numbers. Is that what I'm hearing? Oh boy, awesome. Okay, not as a Google, but generally speaking, how apt is Gemini for healthcare? It's a general question. It depends on the what you're trying to do. Gemini's GCP is good for healthcare just because of our HIPAA is like usually a lot easier to get HIPAA compliance. So I would say that's good. As far as Gemini, I think you have to test different models yourself and see what model for your use case works and how you're gonna anything specific models I can look at. It changes every day. It's hard. Like what I tell you today is going to be different tomorrow. You have to, every day there's a new model. So I don't know what to say. I do think that we have world-class models. If you don't want to jump around models, I think you're safe with Google. That's what I'll say. I think you'll always get, if not like this month, you'll get the best model next month or something like that. So I'll say stick with Gemini. It's free. Don't spend your money in other places. It should be good enough to meet what you need. And if it's not, then switch to another model. But if you fine tune it, you should be okay. If you fine tune it, you should be good. Hey, Santos.
Hey, thanks for sharing all of this. Very helpful. I'm building something like Harvey, but really focusing sports organizations. So it's like an agent platform for sports organizations. Do you have any resources or links around agentic architectures that I can just to make like a better choice meant for GCP? I'm building on GCP.
Right. Sorry, I missed your question because I got distracted with the pings on the side. So what was the question?
Yeah, so just resources to choose like the architecture for agentic platforms. You mentioned that you have migrated different platforms into GCP. So you have any resources or good links you can share to?
Yeah, I
like-
would definitely talk to, so now we have this team called, we have a AI specialist team on the field. So when you talk to your account representative, have them connect you with AI specialist so you know what to do. And then we also have, where are you based out of, Santos?
I'm in San Francisco.
Okay, so we have John Aliato can help. He's a Googler. He can help with like some architecture discussions.
Oh, awesome. I'll search for him.
Yeah, search for him on LinkedIn. You can ping him. Tell him I sent you. Just say Subi sent you. So it's okay. I know him. What else? There was a separate side question that I got distracted. Does anybody know Google Play console or a Google Play developer team? I do not. I do not know anybody there. So anyone. Sorry. All right. Well, I think we're good. Unless there's other questions, I'm happy to stay on and answer any questions. Otherwise, it's 5:40 for me, so I will go have some dinner. Okay, I'm in training models and using GPUs to do that. Are the GPU quotas? Yes. Because demand, yes. Do you have tips? Yes, I do. Work very closely with your rep so that he can get you the GPUs you want immediately as soon as they get available. This is why I'm telling you the account rep and the customer engineer is very, very important to your relationship if you're building an AI company and you're using GPUs. They're the only ones that can get you those GPUs quickly. But obviously reserve them if you can. How do we apply for credits? Okay, I'm gonna hold on that one. That's a question that you could maybe rewatch the video.
So, but maybe I'll give me 1 minute while I do a quick tour of this. I know there were a couple of questions regarding finding community of people to ask questions. And then if you don't mind also staying on, I'll debrief with you on a couple of questions. So again, we started Key.ai, Xoogler.key.ai to really help everyone share knowledge. I know some people love WhatsApp, some people love Slack, some people love Telegram and Discord, but really a lot of these information gets deleted after 30,000 messages or 90 days, and you don't know who's messaging you, frankly. So if you can see sort of, this is like a Slack-like interface, history doesn't get wiped off, all these different channels, you can find community based on also your location. If you don't like searching through that, you can go through the membership directory and see if Liz, where she's located, what's her background, if she's interested in connecting as well. And you can also do sort of a filter of where people are located, find people near you. Probably you found this via the calendar in the Xoogler newsletter, but if you haven't, please do subscribe to this. Any of you can also organize events for the Xoogler community and also submit it to appear here. So please, the more you give, the more the stronger the community is. So please consider running all these events. So these events is pretty easy to find out. This is also one of the latest features that we've pulled together. You can sort of see introductions as opportunities, talent, people looking for jobs, venture, people looking for funding, plugs, people plugging themselves, and resources that are available. So definitely play around with this. And the thing you can also easily ask is, I'm in San Francisco looking for investors. Which angels or VC should I meet? If you're becoming bothered playing around with this, just ask this AI agent, and they can sort of look through essentially the communities you're part of. You're probably part of the Xoogler community, but if you're also part of other communities, you can also get information from the other communities. This is looking at, Amanda Lally. She's a ultra net worth individual family office advisor. Ritesh, Sheila, Ricky Wong. Ricky's back at Google DeepMind. Jonathan. You can look at their profiles here. Let's say you want to message Ricky after looking at his profile. You can also message him here directly, and it's like a chat interface. Hey, Ricky. So anyway, this is not meant to be a plug for this. I want to make sure I heard some questions regarding finding community, knowledge sharing, things like that. Keep asking things on this, and if you have any other feature requests, just let me know. So I'll just wrap it up here. Thank you everyone for joining this Q&A session. Hopefully you've found it useful. If you join later, this was, as you can see, this was recorded. So don't be shy in emailing me for the recording, but also I've also asked everyone to go to our YouTube channel, because we have a ton of videos and content where you can actually go and subscribe to, and this will be uploaded probably in the next 30 minutes once I stop this session. So anyone who actually perhaps missed it can actually check it out. But thank you for being part of the Xoogler community. Provide suggestions, what you're looking for and everything. And we have a Xoogler demo day on the 25th of June at Google Bangalore New Ananta campus. So if you're a startup and want to fly to Bangalore to pitch your startup, send me a note. I can share with you the application process. My email, all of you should have it, chris@xoogler.co. We have Rajan Anandan, who was the VP of India and Southeast Asia, as one of the panelists. He's at Peak 15. He's prior at Sequoia Capital. So a lot of great investors there in case any of you are looking for funding. But thanks again to Subhadeep for spending your time. And thank you all for joining today. And we look forward to building a stronger Xoogler community with all your help and assistance. See you, everyone.
Thank you. Bye.